care guide.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Welcome back. And of course I haven't posted in a while. I was on holidays over in Germany for around 2 weeks, so for today I just wanted to show you guys and just tell you guys on what's been up lately. So of course I haven't been posting a while and I haven't showed you guys my scorpion babies yet. Of course this is a new surprise. I just recently discovered that I had babies for my scorpion, and for today's title and thumbnail I'm going to be showing you on how I'm keeping them and how to keep them. Stay tuned. So right here I have a gorgeous female Asian forest scorpion, and she is in this wooden cork bark, and I'm going to be showing you guys her. So this is just a simple plastic tub, and in here what I have is some coconut fiber soil, sphagnum moss, a fake plant, and a cork bark. There's also a little water dish, but I think it's underneath the soil, sadly. So right in here is my gorgeous Asian forest scorpion, and I'm gonna try and get her out using my metal tongs, also known as tweezers. Wonderful, so here she is, and today I'm going to be just giving you guys a quick care guide and just telling you guys on how to keep baby scorpions and scorpions in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and watch to the end. So this is cool. I just picked up my scorpion and I'm going to be holding her for a while in this video. So of course with scorpions, these are very cool creatures, scary too. Of course you can see their appearance is very unpleasant, and even though these creatures look quite scary, they also make great pets. But the thing is that they sting. It rarely ever happens, but it's if they only have to sting, then they'll do it. So of course recently I've had this scorpion for around 3 or 4 months I believe, and now I'm going to be just telling you guys a quick way on how to set up your scorpion enclosure. So what you'll need is, you can use either a small glass tank or any kind of plastic rub or tub. All you have to do is get substrate. Of course I have moist sphagnum moss mixed with coconut fiber soil. This is a great substrate for me in my opinion, and what I've been using for the past while. It keeps them low to humidity, and of course in here there are plenty of springtails. Any of you guys who don't know what springtails are, they are also part of the cleanup crew, which are tiny white things. You can see them crawling there. They also breathe very quickly if your substrate is moist, and they help break down waste and any dead food that's in the enclosure. So what you'll need is of course substrate. Then next you can add some hiding spots. As in my female scorpion's enclosure, I have a wooden cork bark log, and she enjoys hiding in there often, and she'll come out at night to find food. Other things you can add is a little small water dish. Of course most scorpions, or all scorpions in general, they need water. Just have a little small water dish. It can even be something this size around or smaller. It can be anything, even a little kind of lid you have. You can just fill up with water, put it inside, so your scorpion can have some water to drink. And of course I have some fake plants here. This is just in general, I have fake plants. They look nice, but you can also do real live plants. They also look pretty class in scorpion enclosure setups, and overall scorpions, they are pretty easy to take care of. Now I'm going to be just telling you guys on what they eat. So with scorpions, of course, they eat plenty kinds of insects. What I feed female scorpion here is dubia roaches, crickets, sometimes waxworms, only for treats though. But the main source I would feed my scorpion is crickets and roaches. And what I do is that I use these lovely tweezers here. You can use any kind of tweezers. And what I do is I grab the insect, I put it inside its enclosure, and then I might watch it find its prey and then it'll eat it. Or of course you can also hold the cricket in the tongs. You can also hold them in front of the scorpion like this, and then the scorpion will grab the insect and eat it alive. Now I'm going to be just telling you guys on what to do with your scorpion and how often you should mist its enclosure. So of course scorpions, they are pretty hardy creatures, which means that they're pretty easy and simple to take care of. They are also have a really strong immune system kind of, so they can tolerate a lot of different kinds of harsh enclosures or harsh living conditions. Of course I would spray my scorpion enclosure maybe twice a day, and of course they come from a humid environment, so it's good for them to have water and moisture in their enclosure. Of course this is really important for shedding, because when they shed their skin they break out from their old skin and they get into their new skin. If you ever want to see a scorpion shedding, you can look on YouTube. It looks pretty scary, pretty cool as well. And of course always make sure to mist your scorpion's enclosure, because if you do not mist the scorpion enclosure often and you find out soon that it's going to shed and the enclosure is really dry, this can also really mess up the scorpion's molt and could possibly end up bad. Of course you don't want your scorpion to die or have any lost legs or any claw problems when molting. So now I'm just going to be telling you guys on lighting and heating in general. So of course with scorpions, they don't really require any kind of lighting. Of course you can just have them in a bright room, and all you can do is add is a small heat mat. Of course heat mats are just pretty low warm mats. You just have to stick them under the enclosure, and of course the heat will go from in to up in the enclosure and it will make the enclosure warm. Of course with this substrate it's moist and it's also warm, so it's pretty good to have a heat mat inside your scorpion's enclosure, so it will get some heat benefits from it, and overall it's just better. And of course now I'm going to be telling you guys on housing. So with me personally, I house my scorpion separate, because you could also have scorpions together, but the thing is that they could possibly end up fighting often and you don't want that to happen. And of course my scorpion seems to enjoy her enclosure to herself. She's around, I think, 4 inches, and they get to around 6 inches or 6.5 inches, and I'd probably say in the next 2 or 3 years my scorpion will be full grown, which will be cool. And also just some things to do is that if you guys want to hold your scorpion like I'm doing right here, a way how to do it is, also if you guys are having a scorpion for the first time and you guys want to try hold it, the first time I ever wanted to hold my scorpion I used some gloves as I was scared of the scorpion stinging me, but after the first time I tried it again and it wasn't bad. You can either get your fingers like this, like that, your index finger and your thumb, and put it gently around where behind the head of its stinger is, and then like hold it like that, not too tight, so just hold it like you can kind of like squeeze its tail behind its stinger, but not hard, so you can lift it up from its tail, and then you can place it onto your hand, or of course also these are handy. Any kind of tweezers, you can just do the same thing, grab it behind its head and then lift it up. This is just a simple way. Or of course you guys can also scoot your scorpion onto your hand, so if your scorpion was here lying on the substrate, you guys can then just get either your hand or a small card or a book. You can just scoot it like that, move it onto your hand. So this is just a pretty simple way on how you guys can hold your scorpion. And overall, yeah, scorpions are peaceful creatures. They don't really harm you or in general. And things to do is also with your scorpion, have your scorpion in a decent sized enclosure. Of course, don't have it in an enclosure that's too big, because then your scorpion will most of the time want to hide, or it'll be harder to find your scorpion. Of course, my scorpion likes to dig a lot, but most of the time it's inside her little cork bark hide or log, and she comes out at night to find food. And now I'm going to be showing you guys her babies. They're all separated, so watch this. So of course here you've been wondering what all of these containers are, and these are all baby scorpion enclosures. Of course this looks a lot, even to me this is personally a lot of babies. I didn't expect scorpions to get this much babies, but with Asian forest scorpions, or scorpions in general, they can get between 20 to 25 babies, sometimes possibly even 46 babies, and they are really small. And in each container I might have 2 or 3 babies, so in total I have around 21 babies, and I'm going to be showing you guys how they look like and how small they are. So this is baby scorpion. They're really tiny, and of course with these guys I have to keep them in separate enclosures from their mom, because of course these scorpions here were in the mom's enclosure, the big scorpions from early on. They were all together for around 2 to 3 weeks, and the cool thing about scorpions is that even though they look scary and they sting and stuff, they're actually caring parents. They look after their babies for around 2 or 3 weeks, and once they have molted and once they're off the mother's back, they can start walking around. As you can see here, the scorpion has already developed its claws and this stinger, of course, and even though they're small, they're really active, and I have them in separate enclosures now. They're just these feeder tubs. I have a lot of these containers here, and I've just decided to fill these up with sphagnum moss and coconut fiber. I've used my mister to moisten them, the substrate, and of course the thing is with baby scorpions, they're really delicate and they're really small, and what you have to do is you have to feed them really tiny insects. So that would be pinhead crickets, which are baby crickets, and you could also possibly feed them baby mealworms. It's hard for me to get baby crickets at the moment, but I'm gonna plan to get them soon, so these babies can have something to eat. But otherwise, I can try crickets that are a bit bigger. Hopefully they'll eat. And the thing is about with scorpions is that if you keep them all together in an enclosure and there's no food for a while, they can start to devour each other, which obviously means they'll start to eat each other, and they'll kill each other if there's not food after a while. So I'm going to try and feed them often, and of course these are pretty cool. Scorpions, they are all in these containers. Of course they like to dig and stuff a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put this baby scorpion back. So far these are the baby scorpions. There are 2 here as you can see, and then there's the third one that I just picked up there. Then you can't really see any here. Oh, there's one actually there, you can see in the corner down there. These are often just digging or hiding in the enclosures. Of course there's some out already as I'm filming, and I just wanted to show you guys what they look like and how I just set them up. So it's pretty simple. You guys can either use these feeder containers that I have that come with crickets or roaches inside them. Just empty them out, pop the lid off, and then you can either put some substrate inside or any other kind of substrate you want to use them in. So overall, this is just a simple care guide on how I keep my scorpions. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Of course I haven't posted in a while, and of course those of you guys who are new here to my channel and who are seeing this video for the first time, I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. I do content about animals how to care for them, feeding videos, just showing off them and how they eat and their behavior. Overall, it's pretty fun. You guys are really big supporters. Of course, I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers, and from then on, I'm going to be going higher. And so, overall, this video is pretty simple, just explaining to you guys on how I keep my scorpions. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you next time. Peace out.